What is going on, everybody? This is BL723 at you again with a number 9 video in the Hogs of COC series, and this one is coming at you with almost the Immortal Valkyries. And I wanted to share this attack with you because I figured out a couple new little tricks with this attack that almost make it to the point where you can't lose as long as you get your Valkyries to go in the right spot. That's kind of the key, and the only key really if you follow these steps. So I'm going to kind of walk through them with you. I've been on vacation for a couple of weeks, and so I did drop down to Titan 1 because I didn't attack hardly at all, and you almost never went on defense up here. So I pushed back and ultimately made it to Legend again tonight. I'm going to keep pushing as hard as I can to see how high I can get. But I wanted to show you this attack where I got 3 stars and 41 trophies. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I saw this base and I saw the trophy offer. If I could get into the middle bases, and I haven't attacked a base like this before, so that was one thing I was a little worried about. But I decided to go ahead and try it just because of the trophy offer. So first thing I like to do is to weaken that inside just a little bit with an earthquake spill. Just 1 freeze, 1 rage, and 1 poison if there is CC troops. The first thing I like to do is to draw up 2 jump spells, kind of close together, not too far apart, just so you have golems, and I like to drop them kind of the outside of the jump spell, wizards behind to take a few things out, and then the warden. And the reason I like to drop the warden is so that when I drop the Valkyries, he kind of stays close to them, and I'll explain why here in just a minute. But there's an important part of this attack that I figured out that was ultimately the reason I've had so much success with it. Not only because of the Valkyries, but before I was using a Go Wee Wee, and I started doing this based on a video I saw, which was activating the Warden on the first Eagle artillery hit. And the reason you do that is it saves your troops, especially if they're in the main bubble of the Warden. When you activate that, it will save them a lot longer in the attack. And with these Valkyries, you can almost get to the Warden by the second time, or not the Warden, the Eagle, by the second time you get into the base. The second time that Eagle decides to deploy. So that's the reason I like to activate, is to savor those troops all inside as little bit as long as possible. So I go ahead and drop the Valkyries, of course, go right or left, I guess, if you're looking from my angle. I was a little worried about that, but I kind of and almost missed the Warden. If you see, I activate it right now, and it actually saves them on that second and third hit. So I should have done it a little bit earlier, but it saved those Valkyries from getting any sort of damage from that second and third hit on that Eagle. And as you can see, they got in there so fast and were able to get rid of the Eagle before he could even deploy for the second time. So at this point, I'm just trying to move around the base and to see if I can get a good healthy 2 stars. And by my surprise, I've got a lot of Valkyries left, even with the splash damage that's all around with the giant bombs in the wizard tower. So looking pretty good here. I continue to move around the base, and I start thinking at this point, okay, the queen has full health, the king has almost full health. I'll save his ability to the very end and see if I can squeeze out a good amount of stars here. And so at this point, I just keep going, and I'm hoping that the Valkyrie gets out there to kind of protect the king a little bit. I notice he's getting low, and I got quite a few defenses left, so I go ahead and activate that special ability. Hoping to savor my troops long enough, because I know I have the queen and those barbarians to take out as much as possible so that I have a good shot here at getting 3 stars. So as you can see, they continue to move forward through the base and onto a point where they can almost take it out. So at this point, I'm just kind of very, very glad that the cannon and the archer decided to go after the warden instead of my queen, because there was no way I could 3-star if that would have happened. So continue to move around, and I saved that queen's ability. It's a very good thing that that mortar was being repaired as well, and there also weren't giant bombs hidden in there, because that would have taken me out for sure. So at this point, I'm just trying to clean these up. I'm still saving my queen's ability to see if I can make it through. I got a few more structures here, and I know that if I can activate it when she takes out this structure, it should give me enough time, because the queen or archer tower will take out archers to the point where it'll savor the queen enough for me to get 3 stars. There we go. Boom. So that is ultimately the big reason why you can get 3 stars, is by activating that warden on the first eagle artillery hit. And I think that applies to most of the attacks that you do. If you activate it early, depending on what kind of attack you use, it'll savor your troops a lot longer so that you can hopefully hit 50% or get to the town hall. So my ultimate goal in my attacks is to try to get to the town hall, and that's why I use 3 jump spells, so that I know I have at least enough to get close to the town hall or right by the town hall. So that is the Immortal Valkyrie attack, and if you follow it and you use those strats, I literally have not lost an attack since I learned that little trick with the warden and activating his ability a little bit early. So I really like this attack. I want you guys' ideas, your thoughts on maybe some strategies that you like, or something that you would like me to try at this point. I want to give a big shout out to our clan. We just had a really good war, as you can see. We had a rough patch for a little bit, but we got the full XP on this. It was an awesome victory. A lot of their players left, so it wasn't really fair, but we had a good showing and ended up doing really well in this war. So big shout out to the clan. They did really well. We had a few attacks we could have done better on, but that happened, everybody. So as it is, thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe and share. And please share your thoughts and comments on what videos you would like to see in the future. Please subscribe. Thank you.